Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me for a 1-hour Yin and Yoga Nidra practice. Tonight our hour will be spent cultivating a sense of calm and relaxation. So I hope you're up for it. Let's start lying down onto our back in Shavasana. I always get excited when the teacher says that. Now I've got lots of big cushions here that I pulled off my couch. So if you have a nice big one or a bolster, you can bring it underneath your thighs and make your way down onto your back. You can even put a cushion behind your head if you like. And get comfortable, settle into the practice. This is the perfect way to cultivate a sense of relaxation and calm. And take your time to settle down. Let your palms be open, arms out to the sides, toes falling open to the sides. My dog's trying to get calm behind me. Take a few moments to find an intention for your practice tonight. Maybe it's the idea of calm or relaxation. Maybe something else that you're working on in your practice or in your life. And float one hand onto your abdomen, one hand onto your heart. And take a few deep breaths here into your hands. Notice after just a few deep breaths that your body does start to calm down. Your mind starts to find stillness and relaxation. There's a wave of rest and ease that comes over the body. Start to breathe a little deeper into your hands. And in this Yin practice, we hold postures for time. Okay, you go over there and feel it. So as we're holding this posture for time, start to feel yourself being held, that there's no effort required. There's no energy expended. You're simply just here in a state of being. And we'll sink into our practice by sharing one beautiful sound of Om. Take a deep clearing breath in through your nose. Big sigh out your mouth. Inhale for Om. Another full breath in. And a full breath out. Let yourself be present here in a state of surrender, peace, letting yourself go and letting go. Let go of anything that you're holding on to that might hinder you from the state of relaxation, from the state of release, from the state of calm. If you like, feel free to dedicate your practice to someone, to somewhere, to something. Maybe sending out this energy to a place that needs peace, that needs love, that needs healing. Or maybe to a person that you wish you could be with right now. Or maybe to a group of people that are doing amazing things in the world. Continue with this breath, with this ease, with this calm. Move out of the upset or excitement and become the calm in the eye of the hurricane. Allow for the pause required to figure things out. A single calming breath reduces a storm to a gentle breeze. With this in mind, take a deep clearing breath in through your nose. A full sigh out your mouth. And together we'll take 3 Brahmari breaths. The exhalation will be a humming sound with the lips closed. Deep inhale through your nose. Brahmari breath. Again, inhale. Brahmari breath. Last one, Brahmari breath. Slowly starting to bring your awareness back into your body. Start to bring your knees up into your chest, and you can remove any bolster or cushion that you had underneath your knees and give your knees a nice squeeze. Maybe rock side to side across the lower back, or maybe forward and back along the edges of the spine. Release your feet to the mat. If you have a cushion or even your bolster, you can take it and place it over to the right side of your mat. You can cactus your arms, and if you have the space, make a T shape. Shift your hips a little bit to the left side, and then bring your knees over to the right. And you can place the cushion either underneath your bottom knee or between your knees, between your thighs, for our reclined twist. And then take your gaze over to the left. Again, we're holding these postures for time to allow a deeper state of relaxation. So if thoughts come and they start to distract you and pull you away from this moment, keep coming back to the breath. It's that one deep breath that can turn that storm of the mind into a place of calm, sense of serenity, sense of peace. Staying here, curled up to the right. At any time you would like to go deeper, you can always bring the knees up a little closer toward the right arm, or even extend your bottom leg straight and bring just your top knee across. Whatever thoughts start to linger in the mind, as you take your next deep breath, let them go with the exhalation. Coming back to your own intention, trying to repeat it in your mind if that helps you to stay focused and present. Simply follow the path of your breath in and out through your nose. Feel the spaciousness of your heart, expansion from right to left. See if you can breathe a little deeper into the space you're creating around your heart. Let your heart be more open. Cultivate a sense of gratitude, acceptance, santosha, deep contentment. It's in a state of contentment that we can truly find this calm and serenity that we seek through this practice. Take your last 8 to 10 deep breaths here. See if you can allow the knees soften a little bit more toward the earth. Let your chest widen a little bit more to the left. Maybe you can turn your gaze just a little bit more toward your left arm or your shoulder. Slowly start to bring your head back through center, and then take your last couple of deep breaths here in the middle. Gaze up toward the ceiling, even if your eyes are closed. Your last full inhale. Sigh out your mouth with your exhale. Bring your palms down beside you, press into the mat, engage your abdominals, bring your knees back up through center, and release the pillow if you have one. Hug your knees into your chest. Extend your legs and arms up toward the ceiling, Viparita Karani. And if you like, you can always lift your hips and put a cushion or a block underneath your hips. We'll be here for just a minute, so you can stay still, maybe rotate out your hands and your feet. If you need to, you can always soften your limbs more. Try to find a state of buoyancy, that your arms and legs are just floating. Slowly you'll bring your knees in toward your chest, bringing your feet back to the mat. You can bring your cushion, if you like, over to the left side. And cactus your arms, jog your hips a little bit to the right, and then the knees will come over to the left, and you can put a cushion under your bottom knee, in between your thighs or your knees. That feels good. You turn your gaze over your right shoulder. And again, trying to find the spaciousness across the chest. You can always bring the knees up higher or extend your bottom leg straight to go for a deeper twist. If you can find a little bit more opening across the heart, across the torso, across the hips. If over time you feel like you can go a little bit deeper, I think you can allow your knees to surrender just a little bit more. Maybe create a little bit more space across the right side of your chest. Maybe even turn your gaze, even if your eyes are closed, a little bit more to the right side. Outer
right side of your forehead moving closer to the mat. Taking your last 5 to 6 deep breaths here. Start to feel the softening across the body from your right fingers all the way down toward the outer edge of your left knee and your left foot. And slowly start to bring your head back through center. Take your last couple of breaths here. And your last deep inhale, sigh out the mouth with your exhale. Bring your arms down beside your body. Slowly bring your knees back in toward your chest. Give yourself a squeeze, and then we'll come into happy baby. So let the knees come wide. Reach through and grab the outer edges of your feet with your hands, and then press your feet up toward the ceiling as you draw your knees down to the outer edges of your mat. Try to roll the sacrum down at the same time. A little bit of pressure as you push down on the feet, and at the same time push the feet into the hands. Slowly we'll bring the feet together, knees together, give yourself a hug. And either you can roll to one side and push up to your seat, or if it feels good, you can grab behind your thighs and rock and roll a few times forward and back until you come all the way up to your seat. The next pose will be a seated forward fold. So if you'd like to put a cushion or a block underneath your sitting bones, you can. Sit up nice and tall, and also you might want to have something to lay forward over. It can be a big cushion or something smaller depending how deeply you can go, and you might even use a block underneath your forehead. So sit up nice and tall to start with. Take a big breath in, maybe stretch your arms up, get the side body long, release any tension between the ribs, lengthen the space between each of the vertebrae. One more breath in, and as you exhale, fold forward over your thighs. Come to your edge, so don't push here. You don't have to go too deep. Maybe not as deep as you might if you're quite flexible. Think more of a lengthening of the back side of the body rather than a big hamstring stretch or a back stretch. The whole line of your back body from the forehead all the way behind the back, all the way behind the legs, all the way to your heels. See if you can let that part of your body lengthen. And feel free to use anything to support your head if you need. Consider having your palms facing up, a gesture of surrender. And as we're here holding for time, focusing on your intention, this idea of relaxation, of ease, of rest. Stay calm. you find yourself moving toward that sensation of feeling stormy inside, lots of thoughts swirling around, getting carried away easily, take that deep breath to bring you back into this place of calm. Maybe you can even think of something that brings you a feeling of calm and peace, something that you're grateful for, something that always lights up your heart when you think of it or experience it. And keep that with you in this present moment. Like we spend so much of our life trying to be a certain way, trying to adjust to whatever situation we're in or the people that we're around. This practice teaches us that it's okay to be whatever state that you're in, allowing ourselves to be authentic and true, finding your own edge in this practice, representing who you truly are in every given moment, and allowing yourself to be at ease with that, to be calm with that. Take your last 8 to 10 deep breaths here. Feel free to use that beautiful sigh out the mouth as you exhale to create an even deeper sense of calm. Last couple of breaths. A big inhale through your nose. Sigh out your mouth. Take your time to slowly roll yourself up. Lean back into your hands. Take your feet wide and a few cycles of windshield wipers of the knees side to side. And then we'll allow the knees to shift the puppy here. Allow the knees to come all the way to the right side. And line up your right foot with your left knee. And if you want, you can even take it a little bit wider. And we'll sit up tall and then lean our body over to the right, over top of our right thigh. And you might be facing maybe to the front of your mat, to the side of your mat, coming into a deer pose. Again, you're welcome to lay down onto a bolster or a cushion. Maybe you come down onto your forearms. Maybe you support your head with a block. And if you find that you'd like a deeper hip opener than this is providing for you, you can always come into swan or sleeping swan. So you'll tuck your left toes and guide your left leg straight back behind you, and then you'd have just your right knee bent, and then you can fold forward. In either variation, whichever one you've decided to be in, use your breath to release any emotions from the hips, any feelings that you might have pent up there. I think it's worth reminding ourselves that it is impossible to relax without taking a deep breath. So keep giving yourself this gift of relaxation by breathing deeply. Let the vibration of your breath calm you. Let the exhalation of your breath create a release, letting go. Keep continuously giving your nervous system the signal to stay in this state of resting, digesting, and releasing. Maybe you can think of one thing in particular that it would be helpful to let go of, even if it's just for the time of this class, or maybe even a little bit longer. How much lighter you would feel if you could let it go. It's okay to name it out loud or to visualize. Get really honest with yourself and be okay with releasing and letting go. Taking your last 5 to 6 deep breaths. If you haven't moved into sleeping swan and you'd like to for the last minute, you can push your hips forward and down toward the mat. Extend your left leg back behind you. Tuck your toes and slide your left knee further back, and then relax here for 1 minute. Take your last 2 deep breaths here, sighing out the mouth with your exhalation. Last breath on this side. Breathe deeply. Exhale fully. And from whichever position you're in, slowly start to push yourself up. You can come forward onto your hands and knees and extend one leg at a time out behind you, or maybe downward dog, if that feels good for you. Make your way back onto your seat. We'll windshield wiper the knees again, side to side. And then slowly allow the knees to come toward the left side, and you can set yourself up again for deer pose. You might want to turn a little bit more to the front of the mat. I personally like to have my top foot on over top of the bottom thigh, and this side would be my left foot touching my right thigh, but some people like to create more of a 90-degree angle with the legs, so do what feels good for you. And of course you can take it back into sleeping swan if you like, by sliding that right leg back behind you, tucking your toes and sliding your right knee further back. And then whichever variation you're in, allow yourself to come down, maybe onto forearms, maybe use a block, maybe you're laying over a big bolster. Again, it might be valuable to choose something here to let go of. Could be what you chose on the other side or something different. Something that you know that if you release yourself from, that things could be calm, even for just a short period of time. You get a sense of how light you could feel by letting go. Stress has a cumulative effect on the body, build-up of adrenaline and cortisol, and blood pressure. And the one tool that we have that can release us from the grip of all of that accumulated tightness is the breath. It's so powerful that it can shift us out of the stress response into the relaxation response. So keep shifting, even if you find yourself moving back and forth, keep shifting again and again back to the breath. Exhaling, sighing out your mouth. If you like, you can start to set yourself up for sleeping swan. If you're in deer pose, if you want to go a little deeper, you'll start to slide that right leg back behind you, roll the hips forward, and stay here for the last minute or so. You get a deeper release into the left hip. The hips being one of the big storage places for a lot of the emotions that we carry that make it hard to stay calm. Those emotions build up right to the surface and can become easily triggered by so many things. And taking a few deep breaths reverses that trigger, takes us away from the immediate harsh reactions that we could have, or the words that we say, or the things that we're thinking, back to a place of calm. Take your last few deep breaths here, whichever variation, either deer or sleeping swan. Big breath in through your nose. Full sigh out your mouth. As you're ready, slowly push yourself up again. This time you can come to tabletop or downward dog and pedal up the heels, and then make your way onto your seat. So take your time to pedal up the legs as much as you like. And then just take a moment here, lean back into your hands. Walk your feet underneath your knees. Once you're in your seat, we'll take a few rounds of reverse tabletop. So if you're still in downward dog or pedaling out the feet, feel free to stay there. When you're ready, take a few rounds. If it feels good for your fingertips to point toward your hips, you can, or you can turn your hands out to the side or back around. Lift the hips. Release back down. One more time. Inhale. Let's hold here for a few breaths. Reverse tabletop. Slowly lower down. Make our way down onto our back for a supported bridge pose. So either bring a cushion or a block with you if you have one. Nice long hold here in this posture. Make your way down onto your back. And take the block or cushion, anything that you have that you can use to elevate your hips. It can be on the lowest setting, maybe the second setting. I wouldn't recommend the highest setting, simply because we're holding for a long time, so it can create a little bit too much compression. You'll find something that's sustainable. We can feel that lengthening of the front of the thighs and the hip flexors. Even can extend your legs straight if that feels good for you, getting a much deeper stretch into the front of the hips, an area that I find to be quite tight. Let your arms relax again, palms facing up. If it feels good, you can also extend your arms up over your head. Maybe grab your opposite elbows with your palms. Wherever you decide to be, just be. Gentle inversion to allow the blood flow to come back toward the heart, toward the brain. Keep that deep breathing going. Continue in supported bridge. If you can notice a softening of the heart, maybe an outward pouring of any feelings, thoughts, or experiences that you'd like to release here. Feel a softening of your hips down into the block. Feel that support from underneath, the earth below you. Think of every deep breath that you take as a love note to yourself. Each breath as a way to ease and calm any fluctuations of the mind. Every breath you take, a way to give yourself this gift of the present moment. Your last 6 to 8 deep breaths, really enjoy them. Let them be very long and spacious, opening on inhale. Let every last drop of air release on your exhale. Even find the pause at the end, that quiet space in between the breath. Last couple of breaths. Deep inhale and a long exhale. If your arms are over your head or wrapping around your elbows, bring them back beside you and lower your bolster or cushion to the lowest setting. Bring your right knee in toward your chest, give it a squeeze, and let your left leg extend long if you can. If not, you can keep it bent. You can rotate your right ankle. Maybe press out through your left heel if your leg is extended. Give your right knee a good squeeze in toward the right shoulder. Maybe your left leg will start to float. And we can switch sides. Bring your right foot to the floor. Hug your left knee in. Maybe extend your right leg straight and feel that beautiful stretch to the hip flexor. Maybe rotate your left ankle. Give your left knee a good squeeze into the left shoulder. Then bring both knees into your chest. A couple of breaths here in Viparita Karani. Keeping the hips lifted, rotate the ankles and your wrists. Let go of any tension. Find a place of stillness, of buoyancy, of light. As you're ready, bring your feet down to the mat. Press into your feet enough to lift your hips. Release the block. And then bring the soles of your feet together, knees out wide, and feel free to use blocks under your outer thighs if needed. Recline butterfly pose just for a few breaths here. One hand onto your heart, one hand onto your belly. Breathe into the hands. Create more space underneath your hands as you inhale. Let your hands soften into your body as you exhale. Again, breathe more space underneath your hands. Let the hands soften into your torso and your heart as you exhale. A few more breaths like that. And you can stay in reclined butterfly. Let your arms come beside your body. Stay breathing here. Stay present here. single calming breath reduces a storm to a gentle breeze. Feel that gentle breeze passing over your body with each round of breath. Take about 8 more deep breaths in your reclined butterfly. Last few breaths, make them full and deep. Last 2. Last one here. Sigh out your mouth. Slowly start to gather your knees in toward each other. Maybe give yourself a little hug. We'll prepare for Yoga Nidra, so you can roll onto your back again. Come into the Shavasana position, lying onto your back, and feel free to put a big cushion underneath your knees if you like, or something smaller, or even blocks under your thighs. Maybe you'd like to cover yourself with a blanket. And from Yoga Nidra, we'll make our way right into Shavasana. So set yourself up so you don't need to move around after the Yoga Nidra. And in Yoga Nidra, we'll take a little tour through the body without making any movements, just awareness traveling through each part of the body. And with every drop of awareness, allow yourself to become very calm. And over the tour of the body, the entire body will will experience a wave of calm. We'll move also through the 7 chakras, from the base, the root, all the way to the crown. Get yourself comfortable. Take a couple of deep breaths in here just to center, surrender, and land. You could really do Yoga Nidra for a whole hour or more. So I'll just leave you at the end of the class to take as much time as you need to stay and rest, and be at ease and be calm. So start with a full breath in through your nose and let the breath travel all the way up to the crown of the head, to this 7th chakra, Sahasrara. As you exhale, drop the breath down to Muladhara chakra, the root. Do that again. Inhale, let the breath travel all the way up the spine to the crown. Let a little white light release. And as you exhale, let the breath travel all the way back down to Muladhara chakra, the root. And now as you inhale, let the breath travel all the way up to the crown of the head. And as you exhale, let the breath travel all the way down to the tips of your toes. Be aware of both of your feet, left and right. Take a big breath in. Relax both of your feet completely. Take a big breath out and soften both of your feet. Take another breath in. Breathe all the way up to the crown of the head. As you exhale, let the breath drop all the way down into your legs. Let the breath soften your legs. Let the breath release your legs. Take a full breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, let both of your legs soften. Take another breath in all the way up to the crown of the head. And this time as you exhale, let the breath travel down to your fingertips of both hands. Take a breath in, feel awareness of both of your hands, the palms, the back of your hands, all of your fingers. And as you breathe out, soften your hands completely. Take another breath in, again right to the crown of the head, a little white light dissipates. As you exhale, drop the awareness down into both of your arms. Feel this beautiful calm rush through both of your arms, your wrists, your forearms, your elbows, your upper arms and shoulders. Take another full breath in and feel that awareness into the arms, and as you exhale, soften and release, relax. Let your arms be calm. Take another breath in right to the crown of the head, and this time as you exhale, drop the awareness all the way to Muladhara chakra, the root chakra at the tailbone. Feel the softening at the base of your spine as you relax. Start to move the breath up to the space just around your pelvis, your sacrum, Svadhisthana, the second chakra. And feel your pelvis soften and relax. Feel your hips soften and relax. Take another breath in, come up a little higher toward the solar plexus, Manipura chakra, your power center, in the space just above your lower back and mid back, and feel all of that relax. Just below the ribs, wrapping all the way around your torso. Take another breath in and bring it right up to the center, to the heart, Anahata chakra. Feel the space around your mid to upper back, around your rib cage, all of your internal organs, especially the heart. Let your heart relax. Take another breath in, and this time bring the awareness to your throat, Vishuddha chakra. Feel the softening in the back of your neck, the sides of your neck, the front of your neck, and your voice inside. Let everything relax and be calm. Let your voice respond calmly to whatever is happening around you. Take another breath in and let the awareness travel right up to the third eye, the space between your two eyes. Allow your two eyes to relax completely and open your third eye. Your awareness, your intuition, let it relax. Take another deep breath in, and this time let the breath come all the way to the crown of the head, and let the breath circulate around in the mind to completely soften and relax and calm the mind. Breathe out and feel this rush of calm and relaxation come over your body like a big wave. Take a breath in again, travel all the way up the spine, spiraling around, this beautiful Kundalini energy rising right to the top of your head, and out the top of your head, this beautiful white light. Stay here. As you continue to inhale, can you create expansiveness and buoyancy in your whole body all at once? Can your whole body feel at ease and calm? As you exhale, allow yourself to feel the heaviness of surrender. Let yourself be held by the mat below you, by the earth below you. Feel calm. Feel at peace. close this practice with a beautiful chant for peace. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Please stay as you are. Enjoy the chant and continue relaxing as long as you like. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Appreciating this moment of deep peace, deep calm, deep surrender. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful energy. Namaste.